Yay Networks.
You're listening to the Chatty Daddies podcast.
Welcome to the Chatty Daddies. My name is Trey.
Sorry, I thought you were taking that away. I was taking a sip of water.
He did it on purpose because he saw you sipping.
My name is Nicholas Randall Adams.
Whoa, Randall.
And JC will one-up you.
Jose Roberto Ángeles Catem López Chávez de Pérez.
And we call him JC lovingly and affectionately. Three dads hanging out, talking about being dads. And last week we kind of ended the whole show on a cliffhanger. Would JC be going to WWE Raw?
Listen, it was Halloween. I got invited by my friend whose wife is a wrestler. His name's Ryan Cabrera.
He's a celebrity too.
He is also a celebrity, but his wife is a wrestler. Her name is Alexa Bliss. And he hit me up last second. He's like, dude, do you want to come to the wrestling match? And I, without thinking, said, absolutely. Until I told my wife, and she said, it's Halloween, right? And I said, my kids are going to be fine. My son handled it perfectly. My daughter, when I told her, teared up. Was sad. She's into this she's really into daddy right now, which is awesome for me. And she cried, and honestly, I came to work, and I couldn't stop thinking about it, and I had already told Ryan that I was going to go to the WWE match to watch it, and his wife was going for a title, by the way. Not just like a wrestling, she was going for the title.
Could have been a big night.
Tag team title fight. And so it was weighing heavy on me that morning. We did the podcast.
I said you should go.
You did say I should go. It is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Roman Reigns was rumored to be showing up. He's my favorite wrestler right now. And Logan Paul was supposed to he did wrestle Roman Reigns this past weekend.
Highlights of that?
Oh, so
Pretty
good.
Insane.
So good. Logan got hurt, by the way.
He did.
Yeah, he tore his ACL, MCL, meniscus. Yeah.
Tore his leg up.
Finished the fight, Trey. Like, I don't know how this man was jumping with all that going on in his knee, but he finished the fight, lost.
And look, a lot of people don't like Logan Paul, but if you didn't know who Logan Paul was and you were just watching that, he looked like the best of the best wrestlers you've ever seen.
He's incredibly talented.
It was amazing.
As a wrestler, and he's very athletic. But anyway, so that was before that, right? So
Trey said, don't go.
Trey said, don't go. And I was sitting there. I got home from work after talking to you guys on the podcast, and I told my wife, and she goes, when are you leaving for the wrestling match? And I said, I'm still thinking about it. And she goes, you're still thinking about it? You got to tell Ryan. And I said, I know. So I went into my office, and I made the very difficult decision of texting Ryan, and I said, hey, man, my dad guilt is killing me. My daughter wants me to go trick-or-treat with her. I don't know how many more of these years I'm going to get with my kids where they want me with them. I am so sorry, dude. I just didn't think before I said yes. And Ryan's a really nice guy. He wrote me back and he goes, dude, go with her. What are you talking about? That is so much more important. He goes, there will be other wrestling matches. Go have fun with your daughter. I totally understand. And so I stayed back and I went trick-or-treating with my daughter.
Like a good father.
Was it worth it?
You know what? You know what? Alexa did end up winning the tag team championship. But yeah, it was worth it because my daughter actually had hurt her back thanks to her brother. They were playing soccer in the backyard, and he gets too tough with her, which I think is going to be good and beneficial for her in the future when it comes to men. But he got too rough and threw her into the fence, and she fell down awkwardly and hurt her back. So I had to actually wheel her around the neighborhood while we trick-or-treat, which I don't think my wife would have been able to do. So Chloe would have had to have sat home if I wasn't there. So it was worth it.
So was she in a wagon?
Yeah, I put her in a wagon, and I would just wheel her to the house. She'd get out and kind of wobble over there and trick-or-treat.
That's fantastic. You should feel like a fantastic dad and be proud of yourself.
And you know what made me feel better? And this is such a cool... It's just... I don't know if other parents have dealt with this, but when your kids do something and in your head you go, man, we're bringing them up right. She's listening. My favorite candy bar is the Hershey Kiss, the white chocolate cookies and cream. You know which one I'm talking about?
Great.
That's my favorite. And I've always told my kids, that's my favorite candy bar. And we got back home from trick-or-treating, and my brother-in-law and my sister were there. And so I was having a beer with my brother-in-law. And they left, put the kids to bed. And I went down to go get into my side of the bed after everything was done. And I noticed just a bunch of those little bite-sized Hershey Kiss cookies and cream.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the heck? What is this? I mean, there was like 10 of them, guys. with a note from my daughter that said, "Here, Papa, I got all these for you during trick-or-treating."
Aw.
Gave me all her Hershey's. Dude, I cried.
Oh,
Cute.
I cried on Halloween because of this little note and all these candies that my daughter left for me. She took them all out, and she didn't have that much candy, guys. I promise. Like, she took, it was a lot of candy, and she put it right there on my nightstand for me.
can I possibly ruin it? Mm-hmm. Maybe she hates them.
Yeah.
Maybe she just doesn't like those at all.
She's like, yeah, I know.
Have
he
you ever
likes
seen her
them.
eat one?
Yeah.
Okay.
She says she likes them. It's not her favorite.
Yeah.
She'll be honest with me. It's not her favorite, but she likes them. It's candy.
As long as, I mean, she did it out of the kindness of her heart. She knew her dad liked them.
Yeah.
So,
and gave them to me, which was
Adorable.
really sweet.
You know, a good thing that might swing in your favor for this, I bet next time there's like a really big wrestling event, Ryan might think of you and be like, oh, WrestleMania.
whoa.
Maybe he'll invite you to an even bigger event next time because he's an emotional guy. He's a
He is.
singer-songwriter. He's in touch with his feelings, and that hit him in his feels that you said you're going to spend time with your daughter.
Absolutely.
So he's going to be like, WrestleMania. When's Chloe's birthday?
Her birthday is in September.
Okay, I don't think that conflicts with WrestleMania. It's usually like in the summer.
Yeah.
Oh, it is?
I think.
I think so.
I was going to say, when is WrestleMania?
I
have
think
no
it's in the
idea.
summer. I think it's their big summer thing.
Let's just have a fun guess. Before I even look it up, I'm going to say it's. I'm going to say it's. I'm going to say it's May 15th.
May? Okay.
I think it's sometime in June.
Okay.
I'm going to think it's somewhere where there's no sports going on to get more eyes on it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say somewhere in June June-ish, July-ish.
WrestleMania 2023 is April 1st.
Ooh. Okay, so yeah, around the time, there's a little baseball going on, but
So
Yeah.
April 1st.
there you go.
At SoFi Stadium.
Because I know they have a thing called SummerSlam, so I didn't think it was like summer
true.
proper.
What did Logan Paul just do because he wrestled Roman Reigns? What was that? That was just a pay-per-view?
I guess.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
know. I don't know too much about wrestling.
Yeah,
I just
me
see it a little
neither.
bit on social media.
Yeah.
But I would love to go to a big event one day.
Me
I would
too.
love that.
Just to see all the craziness.
Yes.
Now, last weekend it was daylight saving time.
You
No S,
gain
right?
an-
It's
you-
not daylight
Man.
savings, daylight saving.
I'm confused on all of it. I don't know
So-
which time it was.
So we fall back, and my kid hadn't really hit the terrible twos. Hadn't had a bad temper really. The day after falling back, I guess everything threw him off. It was a real struggle to get through Sunday last week.
Because if he's waking up normally at 6 in the morning, now he's waking up at 5 in the
Five.
morning.
But that's fine. I'll jump up with you at 5.
Sure.
That's fine. Like, it was just weird because it's still like completely dark out for him. There's no light coming through at all. And then just like his nap time, he was like, nap, crib. Like, he was done with it about 45 minutes before we wanted him to be going to take a nap. And then same thing with bedtime. And so I was wondering, you guys have kids that are slightly older, several years older for JC. When do they start to understand what daylight savings time is?
I don't think they do.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Davis
don't think
is
my
still-
kids understand what it is. They
Yeah.
just know when we tell them to go to bed. you know?
Right,
I don't
right.
think they understand that.
I explained it to my kids, and I would say about 8-ish is when they started realizing, okay, the time tomorrow is going to be different, and the light's going to be gone sooner, and all. So they understand it now. And we had to prep them actually this weekend because I had to tell my son. I said, you could stay up later, and he said, why? And I said, because we're going to fall back, and so I'm going to let you stay up an hour past your
Yeah.
bedtime, but your butt better wake up an hour after you normally do, which he did not.
Right. 'Cause
But
he's an early riser.
he is an early riser. My daughter, perfect. She slept through it. It was fine. She had a sleepover with her friends, so she even stayed up a little bit longer than she should have. But yeah, they understand it, but it still throws them off. They're all sorts of
Yeah.
out of whack right now with their sleeping schedule, which sucks.
Yeah, what are we going to call? Okay, so we may or may not. Congress is passing laws where we might not do the whole time change anymore.
So we're stuck here.
But what will we call this time? Are we still going to call it daylight savings and just not, because we're going to need to refer to that period of the year when the sun is, rising and setting at different times? Are we still going to refer to it as certain seasons? Are we still going to say like, oh, it's daylight savings time, but we're just not going to change the clock?
We're not saving nothing.
What?
I don't know.
I don't know why they call it. It's saving time. Savings.
It
time.
all confuses me. I'm not sure. What's the one in the spring? What's that called?
Fall back, spring forward.
Spring forward, but what is it called?
Daylight savings.
It's time, and then there's daylight savings time.
This is so confusing to me.
I don't
We'll
get
just
it.
call
I don't
it
understand
time,
it.
right?
I think I'm all for changing the rules so that we never change the clock again.
And I'm sure that screws somebody. There's
It
got to be
screws
a
the
reason.
farmers.
It screws the couple thousand farmers that are left in the world. Sucks for them. Sorry. Thank you for everything you do. But do we make the rules for the smallest percentage of the population?
Well, this is the percentage of the population that brings us our goods. You know,
Sure.
they're bringing us our food, our vegetables, our everything. So it is important, but I just don't. Again, I don't understand it. I don't get what's going on. People in the agriculture business probably understand a lot better than we do.
Why can't the government just make it where the sun stays out longer?
Exactly.
Like just kind of
It's gotta be a
shift the
machine.
earth or something. Yeah, maybe a big mirror.
I have read that in certain places, if we got rid of the time change, like the sun wouldn't come up to like 9 a.m. for
Yeah.
certain people in the country and stuff like that at different times of the year.
Well,
or
maybe
like
Alaska.
it
You know,
wouldn't- it
Alaska's
wouldn't-
talking to us, going like, "Yo, we get no sun
Yeah.
for like a day." You know,
it, like,
Right.
wouldn't set for some people until like 9 p.m. and
Yeah.
stuff. It's just kind of crazy, but
Wait,
isn't
people
it-
smarter than us are kind of talking this through.
Isn't Alaska where the sun stays up all night long, so it never gets dark?
I think certain parts, yeah,
Right?
where it's like an hour.
So it's
or
like
something.
2 a.m, 3 a.m, and it looks like it's
Yeah.
just
Yeah, I've seen
5.
people on social media, they'll post and they'll be like, the bar's just closed, and it's completely daylight.
Right.
It's
And
like Vegas.
2 a.m. Yeah,
It's like Vegas when you come out in the morning.
Huh.
pretty awesome.
The world, interesting.
This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp.
You know, we were just talking about daylight savings time. I read an article that said that sometimes mental health takes a toll after daylight savings time, for whatever reason that may be. But mental health can take a toll with things that happened when you were a kid or things that happened last week at work, and you need a therapist to talk to, and BetterHelp Online Therapy can do just that for you.
I love BetterHelp because of how extremely convenient it is.
Right.
There's 100 excuses that someone will give for not getting therapy. Well, they're taking out one of the biggest excuses of saying it's inconvenient for your schedule. You can do this in the comfort of your own home. You can do it on your own comfy couch and not have to travel across town. All you got to do is take a really quick, brief survey on their website, and you can get matched with a licensed therapist very quickly. And if it doesn't work out with that therapist, if y'all aren't vibing, you can change at any time.
It's all good.
Unfortunately, life does not come with a user manual, and based on how I put together like furniture, I wouldn't have read it anyway if it didn't.
Yeah,
come with
perfect.
One. So when it's not working for you, it's normal to feel stuck. Navigating any of life's challenges can make you feel unsure, whether it's a career change, maybe it's a new relationship. Ooh, becoming a parent is always something that weighs on your brain. Therapists are trained to help you figure out the cause of challenging emotions and learn productive coping skills, which makes therapy the closest thing to a guided tour of the complex engine called you.
As the world's largest therapy service, BetterHelp has matched 3 million people with professionally licensed and vetted therapists, available 100% online. Plus, it's affordable. Just fill out that brief questionnaire to match you with a therapist. Now, if things aren't clicking, like Nick mentioned, you could switch at any time, and it's not going to be any simpler than that. No waiting rooms, no traffic, no endless searches for the right therapist. Learn more and save 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/daddies. That's betterhelp.com/daddies.
And with daylight savings time. I still don't know.
One of those.
You can get your routine all kinds of thrown off. Your habits will be just a little bit different. You feel a little bit off. But what helps me get back in that routine is making sure my morning routine is all structured and good to go.
What you do in the morning, Trey?
Well, get up, I put on some clothes, I brush my teeth, and then I take my supplements like Goaly's apple cider vinegar or their ashwagandha gummies. Both of those are part of my supplement routine, and I'm telling you, when they're in gummy form,
It's easier.
like getting a little treat. You get a little treat right there in the
Especially
morning.
The apple cider vinegar, I've read that it helps you with your gut health, and I've been trying to be better about my gut health because it helps with your overall health. So I've been taking my apple cider vinegar, but I also hate eating my greens. Okay, guys,
Yeah.
I'm honest with you. So I'm rocking with the super greens as well.
We know half your plate is supposed to be full of greens
I
or
know.
whatever the stat is,
It's
but
not.
you could just conveniently take a Goalie super green gummy and knock that out right then and there.
Goalie, if Goalie were a person, like an actual person, I just want to give you a big old hug. Thank you.
No artificial sweeteners, flavors, or synthetic colors. They are vegan, gluten-free, and non-GMO.
So go to Goalie.com, and after you pick what amazing gummies you want, enter the promo code ChattyDaddies at the checkout page. It can't get easier than that for you. And once again, that's Goalie.com with the promo code ChattyDaddies at checkout. And make Goalie a part of your wellness routine today.
These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
So we got a letter from a wonderful listener. Her name is Alyssa.
A chatty
Alyssa.
mommy. Hi, Alyssa.
And we got this email maybe a weekish, a little over a week ago. And so I've taken her advice and put it into practice.
Oh, good.
At my own
You
place.
did? Okay.
Yes. So they are suggestions to help my daughter Ellie with sleeping. She's had a terrible time going to sleep. It's been rough. Sometimes it's a 2-hour ordeal to get her to lay down and go to sleep.
Can I ask if I know Davis had a few issues with his bedtime routine and all that. Do you feel like Davis and Ellie are even on this frustration scale for you, or was one of them?
I can't really remember. Davis is doing great. He'll go to sleep very fine now.
Yeah.
So it's no big deal with him, which is awesome. But yeah, Ellie, it's just, and she gets so worked up when she it's almost, she's so tired and then she gets emotional and she's screaming and crying that she doesn't even realize what she's doing. She doesn't
Yeah.
even realize how angry and crazy she's getting. So Alyssa wrote us and she said, suggestions for Ellie. You may have tried all these, but here you go. Melatonin, like a little melatonin for the kid. We do that every now and then. It's not an every night thing, but we do it every now and then. And sometimes it helps.
Yeah.
Sometimes we've given it to him too early, and then she gets cranky, and then it's that whole vicious cycle again. Sometimes it'll be like too late, and it's like, well, we kind of just wasted a melatonin.
Because you could fight through it, from what I hear.
Yeah, you can fight through it.
Yeah.
And she also suggested dropping naps, and that's what we've tried doing over this past weekish. Tried dropping naps.
How's that worked out?
It's been fine. I think the tantrums at the end of the day have gotten a little shorter at
Okay.
nighttime.
Yeah.
They're not gone completely, but I think maybe that's helped a little bit. And so now we're telling her school, her daycare that she's at, to keep her up during nap time. So we're going to see how that works. Hopefully that's been okay. I had never thought about this, but Alyssa suggested playing an audiobook on their kid on
Yeah.
a speaker in the room for them to listen to while they're in bed. That's a great idea. So we actually had an extra smart speaker. So we just put that in her room, hooked our Spotify up to it. And I've said this a few times, but there's a ton of kid stories on Spotify. So when you're done listening to the Chatty Daddies and all the other fine podcasts from Yay Networks, check out some of these audiobooks and kid stories. I found if you just look up long Disney stories, there's hour-long Disney stories, and it's the actual audio from the movies, the actual songs. They're an hour long.
That's cool.
So we just pop on a Cinderella that's 45 minutes, and she'll listen to that and go to sleep. And that's helped. I think it has.
Good.
Sometimes it takes a long time for her to want to listen to an audiobook or a audio story, but then she will, and she'll fall asleep in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So that's been really helpful.
That's awesome.
I wish this were a sponsor, but there's a thing called a Tony box. Have you ever heard of this?
For Christmas, they're getting one of those.
So is Quaid.
What's a
Okay.
Tony box?
So
I'd never heard of them until last week.
Is this for younger kids, or can my kids use?
I'm not
use this?
sure what the ages are.
your kids have probably aged out. I don't
Okay.
think they'll care that much about it, but it's a box that looks like a little 4x4 cube, and you can place characters on top of this box. It's basically a speaker. You place characters on top. Like if I put Mickey Mouse on top, it'll play a Mickey Mouse story. If you have the Mickey Mouse story guide
attachment or whatever.
that's the one you buy later, and place it on top. It'll do a story, or you can buy. I can't name all of it. You buy a character from Moana, and they'll sing their song.
You can do
things like
Cars, Toy Story, Little Mermaid.
that. And it's not all Disney. They've got other things. You can just have wheels on the bus. It's a little bus figurine that you stick on top of it, and the box knows by computers or magic or whatever, and it'll tell you, hey, here's the story that you chose.
Those
So,
are
it's
really cool,
so
dude.
it's up to the kid. If the kid
Exactly.
sees Simba, they can just put Simba on the speaker, and then they can hear it.
Instead of having to go through Spotify, go through all the different.
You know what? Cool. And I don't know if they got this because it's the first time you guys have told me about this thing, but it'd be really cool for those, because there's a lot of parents that travel a lot, or military families where the dad has to go off and serve. What if the dad or the mom were able to create their own
have
little?
that.
They do have that.
Yep.
That'd be cool.
So, and they have they're like USB drives that you
Yeah.
stick into your computer. So you record something
So
on your
good.
phone or something, put it on your computer, put your figurine into the computer, download. It's a little bit of a process,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah.
Put it onto that little figurine, and then when they place that figurine on top,
It's pretty cool.
Boom.
then there's the
good
recording.
idea.
What
Whatever you wanna
a
put on there.
genius! I wish I would have come up with that.
I know, right? But
So,
it's very cool, and
that could work
And,
for
and
us.
maybe
We'll see.
maybe after Christmas she'll be able to choose her own stories, and that'll help her go to sleep.
Yeah.
Alyssa also suggested taking turns where, like, one night, if Ellie comes out of the room, Blair, my wife, doesn't interact with her. It's just me.
Yeah.
No, you can't. And right now, she's all about mom. Nope, can't go see mom, and I just walk her back. And then take turns where the next night she can't talk to me or whatever it is. So, several suggestions, Alyssa. Still working on them. Maybe some other Chatty Daddies listeners can take those up too.
Yeah, I
Maybe it'll be good.
I love the long story, and the no naps is going to be rough for you, Nick.
Yeah, it is because I love my naps.
Yeah,
Because
who
she
doesn't?
would nap with me, but oh
Uh-huh.
well. But hey, last little email here from a listener. This is from Myra. Myra said, "I want to start off by saying I absolutely love you guys. I listen to every single podcast, and I also listen to your radio show. On the last episode, you guys were talking about Tom Brady, and it made me sad.
Thomas.
It made me."
Thomas Brady.
Thomas Brady?
He's a grown man.
Is that what he goes by? Thomas Brady.
I don't know.
It made me. It made her sad. It made me look back at the type of father my husband is. My husband's an electrical field engineer. He travels a lot for work, and on top of that, he's in school for computer science engineering. He's a smart guy. That man flew back in the middle of his work week from Colorado to North Carolina just to go to on my son's field trip, and flew back to work that same day. No matter how much he has on his plate, he always makes time for our kids, and I love this man. You guys are also great daddies. Keep up the good work. I love you. So she was bragging on her husband a
You
little bit
should
there.
not be sad about that.
know,
at
I mean,
all.
I think it's
I think she
sad.
was sad about the Tom Brady scenario that he's
Tom
going.
Brady situation.
Yeah.
He's like putting his career over his family. and
Because if
stuff
you
like
remember
that.
to rehash what was said about that, Tom Brady basically on the Fatherly blog, they mentioned how he said a quote where you are who you are. And,
Right.
and it's tough for him to separate work life and real life, and his balance was off, and it's because you are who you are. And we said, nah, man, because you're able to do, like this dad right here who's flying back. And actually, my son's football team made it to the championship, and there might be I might have to fly back. We have our kids trip coming up. I'm going to have to fly out to Orlando, fly back home, because I am not missing my son's championship game.
Yeah.
And I've had some people say like, oh, it's just one you can get, but I know it's just one, but I don't know if we get one of these next year. You know, next year's the last year I get to coach my son before he's off to 7th grade ball. And so I'm coming back. I'm flying back, and then I'm going to watch him and coach him, and then I'm flying back to Orlando if I have to.
Now that is a real dilemma. Like the WWE was kind of a joke, right, guys? Like we were really.
No, I was really thinking about going.
Still going to that WWE.
I was
thing.
really thinking about going, but this is.
You're either disappointing your son or kids, and
I'm not disappointing kids because
You're
I'm
not.
I would fly out with them.
Right.
I would go and be at the send off. I would just probably miss Saturday.
Saturday.
Which is fine because they're with their families anyway, and I would fly back on Saturday night.
And you may even be able to be back in time for the fireworks
show. Yeah.
And I mean, think about it. On a normal day and on the kids trip in the past, how many families are you hanging out with? I mean, you still hang out with a lot, but
lot.
you're spending time with maybe 4 families or
Right.
something, like an extended amount of time.
Yeah.
So it's like there's 4 other co-hosts from the morning
It'd be
show that are
fine.
going. This is all right.
I just would feel so guilty. You know, like something happens and I miss my son doing something cool, or if he gets hurt and I'm not there for him, and on top of that, I feel like all the kids that I coach are like my kids now.
Yeah.
I've known them since they were like 5 years old. So I feel like I've made this commitment with these kids where I want to show them that, yeah, my work is really important and I take it really seriously, but this is my family.
May I be excused from the table?
Yes, you may. I think we all may.
You want
Thank for
dessert, though?
asking.
You want dessert?
Thank you for asking.
I
Before you
didn't finish my Brussels sprouts.
Before you get a piece of your Halloween candy, I want to make sure that you know, Trey, if you ever want to contact the Chatty Daddies, all the ways to contact us are in the description of this podcast.
Okay, Dad.
Okay?
Jeez.
My name's Nick Adams.
I'm Trey Peart.
I'm JC Chavez.
And don't forget,
Stand up straight.
The Chatty Daddies Podcast.